Welcome to the next video about Iran. This video introduces the cult of Mithra, the darkest cult of all times. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel Wisdom of Life. The rise of Mithraism. Mithra was the Iranian god of the sun, justice, contract and war in pre-Zoroastrian Iran. He was also called the mediator. Before Zoroaster, Iranians had a polytheistic religion. Mithra was the most important of the gods. He was also a cult of loyalty to the king. In Roman Empire, Mithra was called Mithras and known as patron of loyalty to the emperor. The Greeks and Romans called Mithras a sun god. In Indian Vedic text, Mithra is a sun god and a friend. In Sanskrit, the word Mithra has two meanings, number one sun and number two friend. Mithra being sun is a friend of all life. This is a painting of Mithra. It's not surprising because Indian and Iranian people are of the same stock and they have many similarities in their religions. Sun worship has been a part of Indian culture since ancient times. The most important Mithraic ceremony was the sacrifice of the bull, which signified creation. Beginning with Cyrus the Great, Persian kings were Zoroastrians and Zoroastrianism was the state religion. However, the old polytheistic religion survived. The old religion, including Mithraism, also affected Zoroastrianism. When Alexander the Great conquered Persia about 330 BCE, the worship of Mithra virtually came to an end in Persia. However, the kings and nobles of the border region between the Greco-Roman and the Iranian worlds continued to worship Mithra. The worship of Mithra never became popular among Greeks, as Mithra had been the god of their enemies, the Persians. Among Romans, interest in Mithra started in 136 CE, as all Persian religion was given a Platonic interpretation, which we will explain later. In Rome, as in Iran, Mithraism was a religion of loyalty towards the king. Within a few generations, the Roman world had completely assimilated the Persian god. This is a depiction of Mithras explaining initiation. After the acceptance of Christianity by the Emperor Constantine in early 4th century, Mithraism rapidly declined in the Roman Empire. Now we come to beliefs, practices and mythology of Mithraism. The basic beliefs are immortality of the soul, heaven and hell, resurrection, day of judgment and triumph of life over darkness. According to the Persian mythology, Mithra was born of a virgin who was given the title Mother of God. Ahura Mazda, the supreme god, created Mithra to be as great as himself. This shows the birth of Mithras. Mithras was incarnated into the human form of the Savior by Romans, and which is also a feature of Zoroastrianism. Mithra sacrificed a bull in a cave. With bull's death, creation and struggle between good and evil began. Initially, water, air, earth and fire came into being. From these four elements, all things were created. Romans equated Mithras with Plato's demiurge, the creator of all things. According to Plato, as interpreted by Romans, the soul descended from heavens and finally caught up in the body. Man's task is to liberate divine soul from the body. Mithraism shrines were subterranean caverns. The cavern always contained a well. Access to the cavern consisted of secret passages. This is the photograph of a cavern which was discovered in Italy. Initiates were exclusively men and they were organized into 7 grades. Each grade had a particular mask or dress which the initiates were supposed to wear. The higher the grade, the closer was the initiate to salvation after death. The initiates were blindfolded and made to kneel and prostrate. A simulated death and resurrection was part of the ceremony of initiation. Purification through a ritualistic baptism was part of the initiations. Initiates drank wine and ate bread to symbolize the body and blood of Mithras. In Mithraism, Sundays were held sacred, on which services were held and bells sounded. Birth of Mithras was celebrated annually on December 25th. After Mithras' early mission was complete, he took part in a Last Supper with his companions before ascending to heaven. So here you can notice the remarkable similarities between Mithraism and Christianity. Whether this similarity is just coincidence or there is a causal connection between the cult of Mithraism and Christianity, this is still debatable. This is the famous painting depicting the Last Supper of Christ. After initiation, all family ties were cut off and only follow initiates were considered brothers. So this also shows the impact of Platonism, because Plato taught the communism of the family. Priests were known as fathers of the sacred mysteries. The cult of Mithra maintained strict secrecy about its practices, which were revealed only to the initiates. That is why there is no official text of Mithraism. Mithra remained celibate and valued self-control, renunciation, and resistance to sensual pleasures among his worshippers, and these virtues are highly rated by Christians, particularly by the Catholics. The next video will introduce the rise of Zoroastrianism in Iran. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Wisdom of Life. Thank you for watching.